Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today it's a little bit late, but this is my no-buy update. So it's been a little bit over 4.5 months since I last bought makeup. I can't believe that. 4.5 months since I last purchased something. I can remember the last purchase. It was the Hourglass face palette. So it was a jellyfish one, the lightest one you could get. I'm actually using this one here in a project pan. I'm just working on that powder there. The updates are also on the channel as well if you want to go and follow them. I just thought I'd briefly, shamelessly tell you about that. So no buy rules, I'll tell you what they are, so then you don't have to go to the intro, but I'll put the intro on the first update. So this is update 2. I'm doing my updates every 2 months. So it is a little bit late, like I said, it's verging on the more 5-month mark now rather than the 4.5 month. And I did actually buy some stuff. This is late, so I did actually buy some stuff in April, but I'm not counting that. This is only till the end of March. So the items that I bought in April will obviously go on April, and it will only calculate as one day because I bought everything in that day. I mean, I say everything, there wasn't a lot there. You'll see that after this. So when I say, I'm not going to go into it actually because I don't want to spoil it for you. So yeah, you'll see those products that I bought in April after this video. I want to get this video up first. I can't remember when I did the last update. I should have checked that really before I came on camera. So the last update, I'm going to go and check. Okay, so the last update was the 13th of January, so it's more than 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I would say, which is where I wanted it to be. So I didn't buy anything from January till right at the end of March. I do have a list. Just because I didn't buy anything, it doesn't mean I didn't have things on the wish list. So I can't really tell you any information of what I bought because I haven't bought anything in January through to March. So we'll just go over my wish list. It's just on my laptop here. I mean, they were on my wish list, and then I looked into them, saw YouTube videos, and then I kind of got that blah vibe. Right, so March. How many things have we got? So there's 9 things to talk about with you. What I'll do, I'll talk about what appealed to me and then what stopped me kind of thing. Because certain things would stop me, like going to watch a YouTube video, seeing how, say, it was an eyeshadow palette, seeing how that applied on the eyelids. That would stop me if I didn't like the way it looked. So the first thing was the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream palette. That looked absolutely beautiful. But I saw a YouTuber, I can't remember who it was. I don't know whether it was her lighting that was off, but it put me off it completely. What are my notes? I looked at some tutorials that could be done with the palette. I decided I didn't like it after all. So I didn't like the way it applied on that specific person. And I saw Samantha March do it, and I didn't much care for it then either. And I was just talking about it with my friend Amy, and she said that she had the palette. She said it's not one of those palettes that you need. I just thought I could get a similar look by using my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, or any of my other palettes that are very neutral leaning. So I decided against that. What else? Oh, Natasha Denona My Dream Blush. Still want that, guys. And I think I'll get it in Black Friday sale. It's not that expensive. And with Sephora UK, you can choose 2 brands that you want to get. I think it's either 10% or 15% off. And Natasha Denona is on my list because I really do like her makeup. So I could have got it a lot cheaper than I think it's £17. But because if I would have only got that, then I would have to pay the shipping. And I think it worked out £21. But I would have paid a lot less if I would have bought it for myself. Just because, obviously, I get the discount as well. What are my notes here? I have decided to buy the Natasha Denona Mini Dream Blush. And also the Givenchy powder. So that's here as well. The Givenchy Prism Libre powder. So once past at least the 6 months mark, I don't have that much longer to wait. I've only got a month and a half. And then I've said in the notes in my computer, if I still want them at that point, I will buy them. I'll get the Natasha Denona My Dream Blush for a fraction of the price anyway. The Givenchy one I won't, but I'm going to get the travel size, so that's slightly cheaper. So that's those 2 products. Those 2 products are definitely still on the wish list. Right, okay. So I'll give you the dates. Oh, that was in February, so I'm getting confused with this small writing on the laptop. So, the Natasha Denona Mini My Dream palette, the blush and the Givenchy powder, I saw them on Sephora UK on the 5th of March. Then on the 12th of March, which was a week later, I looked on the Ace Beauty website and I saw that Ace Beauty colour palette. And I really wanted that for a while, but I don't like the way that there's just long strips, aren't there, each eyeshadow, and I don't like that. It's like the Urban Decay ones, but the Ace Beauty one is even slimmer than the Urban Decay one. So I had a look anyway. What have I written? What I've written is decided not to buy the palette. I could easily dupe it, and I'm not a fan of the layout of the pans, so I decided to skip that one. So 12th of March as well, I saw the Nomad. I can't pronounce this, I can never pronounce it. I'm going to try my best. It's the Pastel Nomad palette. It's been on sale for a heck of a minute. The Harakuja palette, I don't think I pronounced it right. But anyway, I looked at that. I just wrote, I have enough pastel palettes, so I'm thinking I will give this a miss. Then on the same day, I looked for that Nomad Ghost Town USA palette. That one looks absolutely beautiful. I've seen Sarah Rose use it, but they don't have it on the website anymore. That's probably due to the fact they brought it out for Halloween. I would absolutely love that. But anyway, yeah, I'd really love that palette if I could get it. If Nomad got it again, I would consider actually buying it. So I've said Nomad Ghost Town USA is currently out of stock. If it comes into stock, maybe I'll buy it. There's no maybe about it. I will buy that palette. I love it. I love the layout of it. I love how it looks on the eyes. It just looks really pretty. Okay, 12th of March, P. Louise First Blush palette. So I saw that palette on TikTok shop and it was at a really great price. I think there's 6 blushes in total, either 6 or 8 blushes in total on the blush palette. But when I saw the swatches, I saw that like a few of the swatches were just far too deep for me and it wouldn't have worked with my skin tone. So I'm glad that I checked the swatches out first. What have I written? Oh, I've written still thinking about buying the palette. And if I still want it after my next update, I think I will purchase it. Great value for money. I think that was before I actually saw the swatches. So I'm not buying it. It's just not for me. It's too bright. Like, I know I really like pink. And I know I like the viral pinks. But I don't like bright pink virgin on fuchsia. Not for my skin tone anyway. So then, 13th of March. So Rude Cosmetics Peanuts face palette. I always wanted that face palette ever since Desi bought me the eyeshadow palette. And I saw it in TK Maxx and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, should I just buy it now? It was really inexpensive. What did I write? TK Maxx find. I really thought I would buy this one. But on looking closer, there are blushes way similar in my makeup collection. I realised I didn't want or need it. It wasn't something I was prepared to break my no by for. Like, there's things that you should be prepared to break your no by for, like limited editions and things that you know you're not going to be able to get again. And, like, I probably wouldn't be able to get the Peanuts face palette again. It had a lot of warm tone blushes in it, and I'm just not using warm tone blush at the moment, so what's the point? I really don't see the point of getting something that I'm not going to use that much. It's just one more thing. So this was on the 21st of March, so just recently. Again, another TK Maxx find. So I was looking on the website actually and I saw the Urban Decay Wild Greens palette and I'd wanted that palette for so long when I saw it on the website, and I just thought, no, I'm not willing to pay close to £40 for that. And I do like the layout of it, you know, it's square pans, but they're only small square pans and it's mainly a green palette. It does have some other shades in it, like it has some bronzes, some pinks. I do feel like it's a beautiful palette, but when I went to TK Maxx, something stopped me getting it. I mean, it was only £15, guys. So £15 compared to 40, I was getting a steal if I got it. The thing is, at the moment with my collection, I don't have room for anything. I just don't have room for eyeshadow palettes. I've literally got eyeshadow palettes just to the left of me on kind of a dresser here, 2 drawers full. I need to actually declutter some, and I'm not decluttering just so I can fit some more in. That's not what I want to do. That's not how I want to live going forward. So I turned it over, looked at it, just asked myself that question. Is it going to be unique to your collection? Can you dupe it? I feel like I will be able to dupe that palette. Will I dupe it? I don't feel like I will. But yeah, I mean, I did for a second think about buying it. What are my notes on it? Let's just go back to past Andrea, what she wrote. Went into TK Maxx, I saw that they had the Wild Greens palette, which was always on my wish list. Never wanted to pay full price for it. TK Maxx had it for $14.99 rather than $40. I think it was actually $38.99 on the website. Can't actually remember, but between $38.99 and $40. And I never ever wanted to spend that amount of money, so I just never bought it. And then I saw it on the TK Maxx website, and I'm like, oh, should I get it? But I remember ordering something about a year or two ago, and this is why I won't order again from TK Maxx. I ordered one of Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes, and it came broken, so I had to take it back into the store, and ever since I've just never ordered makeup again from TK Maxx or anything else. So I did really well in March, just looking at things and not buying. Like I said, I had bought something in April. Yeah, I'm incredibly proud of myself to get this far. Another 1.5 months, guys, and we've done 6 months. 6 months of not buying anything apart from the products that I bought in April. So let me know your thoughts. Are you in a no-buy? How's your no-buy going? I'd love to know in the comments down below. Or is it low-buy that you've decided to do? Next year, I don't know whether I'm going to try and do a makeup no-buy plus a clothing no-buy. I wanted to do that this year, but I haven't managed to do it because there's been things that I needed. Anyway, guys, let's leave this here because I can't stop talking. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.